People who judge you as being cringe or embarrassing for uploading your content are people who are jealous of the fact that they don't have the courage to do it themselves. Be so for real with me right now. Why isn't anyone starting their own booktube channel when I specifically have been peer pressuring everyone in my life to do it? Do it! Do it! That's why I decided to bring it forward and put it on the agenda for today's meeting because I feel so strongly about it. I'm gonna be spreading the booktuber agenda. Propaganda begins now. So sharks, I'm gonna be presenting my reasons for why you should start a booktube in 2024. First, I'm gonna go over all the reasons why it's great and you should do it. Second, I'm gonna be addressing all of the most common fears, anxieties, and barriers that keep people from doing this because I've been there. And third, I'm gonna be going through my personal tips and tricks. So a little background about me, if this is the first time that you're seeing my face or this channel. I started this channel during quarantine. Yep, I was a COVID baby channel. I cut bangs during COVID. I made a YouTube channel during COVID. The only thing I didn't do during COVID was get a COVID boyfriend. Was it an impulsive decision at 2 a.m. in the morning? Yes. Was it also the best decision I've ever made in my life and now my YouTube channel is literally my favorite thing in the entire world? Yes. Not to be dramatic, but it's literally my favorite thing that I've ever done in my life, I have to say. Okay, let me just begin by saying that I full well know that I do not have a very big channel. I started my channel during quarantine. It's been like 2-3 years, I think. It just completely changed how I live my life, how I feel about myself, and I truly just think that so many good things came out of this that I want to spread the agenda. So I kind of distilled it down into 4 main reasons why I think that 2024, this year, ASAP Rocky is the best time to start a booktube. First one, the biggest one. This is the biggest one for me at least, and it's the whole reason why I started my channel. It's like my origin story, which is professional yapping. One thing about me is that I'm a professional yapper. I am Gabby, okay? I love talking. One thing about me is that I can talk. I always have something to say. The reason I started my channel is because I wanted a place to say it to and people to say it to, and I didn't have anyone because no one read in my life. But I think especially in 2024, the way that booktube looks like now, having gotten very, very popular, just the whole scene really changed. Because compared to like 5, 6, 7 years ago, the horizons of what you can do with like book content and booktube has widened so much. Like when I was in middle school, it was a lot of like book reviews, book hauls, book recommendations. Like it was a much smaller community and I think there was like less creativity that went into it because the horizons were much narrower. But then if you look at the booktube scape now, people are going off with their ideas, concepts, content, and I think that the biggest difference is that nowadays booktube has gone so much more beyond the borders of just books and really centers on the personality of the booktuber, which is so exciting because that means like literally anyone can do it. If you just have something to say, and especially if you're a yapper, you can really make your channel, your content, your niche, your own in a much more creative and out-of-the-box way than you used to before, and people want to see it now. I feel like the border between like booktube and lifestyle and just other kinds of content has really like become blurry, and now you can just kind of do whatever the hell you want and make yourself the niche. Do you know what I mean? And this goes into number 2. It lets you find people just like you. And when I say just like you, oh, I mean it with my whole entire chest. Oh, I thought I was unique until I started my channel, and then it gathered a whole community of people, of everyone who's just like me. It's actually scary. Presenting yourself and your channel around the exact combination of hyperfixation will attract people who are the same combination of those unique interests. It's actually a dream come true. It feels great, I'm not gonna lie. Just finding people who get excited about the same things as you in the same way that you do, like people who just get it. It is glorious. And it's a community of people who know what it feels like to get so excited about something. Like everyone has like the fangirl gene, because some people don't have the fangirl gene and they won't get it. After starting my channel and attracting all of these people who are some combination of loving books, Taylor Swift, F1, Gilmore Girls, like literally look at my background, like that's really all you need to know about me. It's such a game changer because not only are you finding people who are the same phenotype as you, but you guys all enable each other. Especially if you're the creator and you are connecting with all these people who feel the same way about all the things that you love as you do. They love it as much as you do in a way that no one else in your real life has ever really gotten it. It literally enables you to love it even more, and it like sparks that passion even more, and then you feel good about yourself. Like it literally makes you more confident, and it will make you more confident to love the things that you do more loudly. And like I could go off about this, but one of my main pet peeves in life ever, I don't know what mixed messaging went wrong where people now think that it's not a good thing to care about things and be passionate about something and get excited about things. Like getting excited and passionate about something is a good thing. I don't know when people started thinking that that was a lame thing to do. It's literally not, because you're boring if you don't have passions and you don't have interests outside of just school. If you don't have that, then what are you gonna yap about? Personally, for me, starting my channel has been the biggest catalyst to being louder than ever about loving reading and all the things that I love. And you have to be loud in order to find people who are like you. And it makes you more confident in who you are, and people are attracted to that confidence. Literally, it's such a game changer, and it makes you carry yourself differently when you're walking down the street. It makes your eyes sparkle differently when you're talking about the things that you love. It makes people see you differently, I feel like, because they see that you're confident in yourself. Like, it's literally enabling. Like, that's the gist of this point. You guys will literally all enable each other. Okay, reason number 3. Creating something from scratch. I actually think that it's really not that often that you get to create something literally starting from the ground up that's all your own and just continue it for like years and years and years and years. Having a channel is literally that. My channel is one of my proudest things that I've ever done, because genuinely I'm like, no one asked me to do this, no one made me do this, no one even knew that I did it. I kept it a secret as long as I could until the algorithm outed me. Like, I did that. Like, my little corner on the internet, like, I grew that. And binge, I'm the kind of person, I can't even grow a plant. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm literally the biggest advocate for adult hobbies. Like, not only can this be your adult hobby, but it's a creative project. Like, I so strongly believe that every single human being needs a creative outlet. If you think you can't do it and you don't need it, it's because you've never felt it before. Sorry, I didn't want to say anything, sorry. But it's because you've never felt it before. You think that you can't be creative, and you can. And once you start creating something that you created all by yourself, I promise you, you'll be chasing that high forever. Okay, and the fourth and arguably the most important reason is that it's free. It's free. Okay, granted, this is like under the prerequisite asterisk that you have access to internet and a device, but I'm gonna be assuming that if you're watching this, then you do. It's literally free. It costs zero money to create an email account, and from that email account to create a YouTube channel. I started my channel on my iPhone 8. I used my iPhone 8 for 2 years, and on iMovie, which was free with the laptop that I had, and that laptop was 10 years old. It worked so well. Yeah, it worked so well. It was perfect. Like, I could have used that for the rest of my life. Literally, it's free. Now let's get into what I think is the meat of the issue, which are the fears and anxieties. Okay, the first one is hating your voice. Well, I know. Everyone hates the sound of their voice, okay? I'm gonna be so for real with this one. You will simply get over it. You will get over it. Because I've been there. And have I gotten over it? Yeah, this I can guarantee you. This is an easy fix. Okay, this is the big fish, which is what if people find it? That is the main concern that everyone has, is that what if people in their real life find it and it's embarrassing? What if people think you're embarrassing? What if people think you're cringy? All of this kind of stuff. Pretty much like, what if they just have negative judgments towards you, right? And it's such a fair, valid fear, because I felt it. It hit me like a semi-truck. I was crying and throwing up, okay? I can very much empathize with what that feels like, because honey, I live the nightmare. And sometimes I still do, okay? I'm not gonna lie. The biggest fix to the fear is that people will not find it. I promise that if you create your content and you don't advertise it on your personal social media accounts, no one is gonna find it. If I break this down, what you're scared of is that people from your real life who know you in real life are gonna find your channel, make negative judgments to you about it. So you're scared that people are gonna see it and be like, that's so weird and embarrassing, because they don't get it. They don't like books. In what world would your video be recommended? Like, you need to have trust in the algorithm, baby. Like, in what world would those people be recommended your ghost channel first YouTube video ever? They're not. The most probable thing to happen is that somewhere down the line, maybe some people in your life, they're gonna be recommended your video. But why would they be recommended your video if they don't also like books? Then are you scared of those people's judgments? Because those people are not the people who are gonna have negative judgments to you. They like the same thing that you like. Like, they can't say anything. That's just friendly fire. The gist of it is that the people who you're scared that they will give you a negative judgment about your content are not the people that your content is gonna be recommended to. People from your real life who are recommended your content are exactly the kind of people that you want to find it. They will get it. Here's where I can speak from a YouTube standpoint and not so much like a book talk. I feel like the YouTube recommendation algorithm is much more like robust than TikTok, because low-key TikTok be recommending things that are so out of pocket to me. If someone hates books, they would not even be recommended the most viral booktube video. They wouldn't. YouTube is so big. It's so big. There's too many sub-communities and too many sub-niches that they want to capitalize on and force feed. So people who are not the right demographic, they're not gonna find I promise you, they're not gonna find your video. And those are the people that you're scared of. They're not gonna find it. Unless you advertise it to them, they're not gonna find it. My second point about this, the fear of judgment, is that you can't control the thoughts and judgments that people have about you. You actually have no control. You could put a gun to someone's head, make them tell you that they don't think this about you. You would never know if they're telling the truth or not. You literally can't change a person's judgment. Here's something that I would think all the time that was really helpful to me, so I'll share it with you. People who judge you as being cringe or embarrassing for uploading your content, doing your thing, are people who are jealous of the fact that they don't have the courage to do it themselves. Like, if you think about it, it's true. People who are secure and unbothered would have zero zero opinion what you are doing with your life because they're too busy on their grind doing things with their life. I can only speak for myself, but like when I see other people doing their thing, it's either neutral, like genuinely nothing, like I have zero thoughts about it, or I'm like, oh, that's so cool that they're doing that. It's never like a, ew, why are they doing that? Why? Because I'm secure enough. I don't have to sit there and make negative judgments of other people to feel better about myself. Also, for this fear, next point is that these days, everyone is a content creator. Like I said, I was a COVID content baby, okay? Do you know how many COVID content babies have sprung up? It's literally a baby boom. Everyone these days is a content creator, and not only that, but anyone can literally become famous, viral at the drop of a hat because of things like TikTok. Like people nowadays don't care whether or not you have a following. I feel like it's really demystified the idea of like creating your own content. So it's really not that big of a deal as it's made out to be in your head, even though I know what it feels like in your head. Okay, hopefully that addressed the fears. These are things that I learned and I wish that I knew when I first started. Now let's get into tips. Okay, so the first one, and this is one that I always say, I said in my last video and I always say it to people even now to this day when I have this conversation with people. If you get one thing out of this video, it's this. Just start the channel, and you don't have to upload anything. Just create the channel. You can be a ghost on there. There can be 0 videos for 2 years if you want there to be, but just create the channel. When you're up for it, create the banner heading. When you're up for it, put your little profile picture on. Just start. Just have it, okay? I promise you that's gonna make the biggest difference ever because it's externalizing it. It's now out of your head. It's in the real world, and now it's so much easier to do everything else after that. So just start it, and you can keep it a secret, which is the second part to this, which is no one is entitled to know about anything that you're doing. And I know that when you feel ashamed about something, you have this urge to tell people because you think that people should know and make you feel bad about it. But no, like no one is entitled to know anything. Like I said, I kept my channel a secret for as long as I could. And I think that if I didn't make it a secret, I would have been too anxious to have done anything with it. So literally keep it a secret. It's not against the law. You just walk around sitting on a bad boy piece of information. Okay, second tip, don't care about growing. This is my least favorite tip because I don't think there's anything tangible that I can say that will help with this, because you either care or you don't. I was fortunate that I was on the boat of simply not caring. The main reason I say this is because if you even have the hope or expectation to grow, you're gonna be disappointed if it doesn't go the way that you want it to, and 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna go the way that you want it to, and then you're gonna get disappointed and discouraged. The discouragement is the silent killer. That goes on to the next thing, which is consistency is key. Consistency is the most important thing, is to just keep doing it. If you're secretly hoping for this amount of views, this amount of subscribers, this amount of growth, and you don't reach it, you're gonna be discouraged, and then you're not gonna want to keep going. I feel like the key is to not have those expectations, that you never have a reason to be discouraged. Like I never had reasons to be discouraged. I only had reasons to keep going because everything would be just a happy surprise. So I think having that mentality is really, really important. I just don't know what I can say to like give it if you don't have it. So I honestly don't know, but I still want to say it because I think it was really important for me. Next, live in a river in Egypt. Denial. If people find your channel, you have to live in denial about it. It's literally the only way. I don't know if I'm a psychopath where I can literally gaslight and convince myself into thinking anything, but when people would like message me about my channel and I was not secure enough in my channel, it was so mortifying for me. It was but no, you have to have the mental resilience to be in denial. I was like, that never happened. That was the main tool in my toolbox. And the last one is practice yapping until you can do it shamelessly. Talking in front of a camera like this is not a normal thing to do for some people. Okay, I have recently heard that some people like talk to themselves like all the time, like they're constantly narrating things in their head as if they're like on a talk show. Please comment if you're like that, because I do not talk to myself ever. So it was the most unnatural thing in the world for me to put on a camera and start talking. I was not used to it. It wasn't normal for me, and it's always gonna be cringy looking back. But it takes practice to be able to project social energy to the camera and just talk to yourself. Tip is to practice as much as you can, and that means the name of the game is time to start as early as possible. You can make drafts of videos, never upload them. Just practice. I just know that I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna be like, damn it, there's so many things that I should have said. If you have questions, comment it down below and I will try to answer them. But the most important thing is I hope you create a channel. I want other booktube friends. Like, I think it would be so fun. I wish that everyone would do it. Like, why are people not doing it? Do it. It's so fun. And just know that even if the entire world turns on you, you have one person in your corner cheering you on all the time, and it's me. Okay? If you just created a channel, you're new, please feel free to introduce yourself and your vibe and everything. Maybe we can all be friends. That'll be so fun. We can all link pickies, share friendship bracelets. That's literally my dream. That's what I want for this video. Anyway, that's gonna be all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. You can follow me on my socials. They're all linked in the description. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Good fortune, Toby.